Alright, we're back, and today I decided I wanted to do a little Skyrim because I didn't know what to play. It's heavily modded, and yeah, well, it doesn't look that way. I don't really mess with graphics mods. I tend to not change things that I like about the base game, which I do like the way the game looks already. I'd rather not, hamper the system that I'm running everything on like the low settings. My computer is not the greatest or the fastest. I like playing more classic games on it, so it's not a build that I have dedicated a ridiculous amount of like money into. It's not really even a build, if you can call it that. It's a pre-built computer that I bought because I needed one for school. In college, you need a computer, so doing automotive stuff, you're not going to want a laptop, get it all greasy. And so what I did do is I took a pretty well reviewed uh, HP desktop that is meant for esports. And so if you're seeing things that like load in a little later and need like with the law distance and whatnot, that's kind of what that is. But there's also a dual purpose to this video. The dual purpose is the fact that apparently it may be possible that the mic cable that I use to record audio into my sound card is going the way of the dodo. And some people, when I chat with them online with an older headset I used to use before making videos as often as I do, that microphone was not the greatest, except when it was new. The problem with that microphone is the headphones itself are fine. I can use them to play games and listen to the game at like 7.1 surround sound. Like the audio quality is fantastic. The mic quality was, uh, I'd say, it was serviceable and a bit above passable. It was, I mean, people could hear you clearly and stuff. So this video's purpose, which may or may not get shown, is just because I want to make sure this mic is gonna last. I mean, I take care of all my stuff. I try not to, toss things around, and I want to be able to make videos where anybody watching can understand what I'm saying, when I'm saying it, and how I'm saying it. I want to be able to make videos that if anybody stumbles across my channel, you can enjoy whatever it is that you see and not have to think about, oh, well, can I hear him or can I not hear him? Like, you may have to adjust the volume from video to video. So for some reason, I am having some OBS issues where my volume had been, it hadn't been keeping, like, the setting I set for it. But I do know the setting I have for it now, if it does mess up again. So thankfully, I can keep things consistent. I'm trying to speak as clear as possible. I know I don't sound like I speak as clear as possible sometimes, so there's that. It could also just be the mic. I'm not buying expensive mics. I'm using a HyperX Cloud Stinger, the black with the red decaling on it headset. It's very popular, multi-platform headset, and I wanted to be able to just have a decent headset to chat with people back when I only played PlayStation. Oh, and just like that, we deactivated this. I'm just gonna run the mission lights out. However long this video goes will be whatever. I have a lot of storage space. I uninstalled Battlefield 4, which for some reason it was a demo, and I don't know why. I had a demo on my system, but yeah, the demo it was like took up like 40 gigabytes or more. It's a lot of space. Battlefield 4 I know is not that big, even on consoles. Then again, it's consoles. They're not gonna have all the different like graphical option files and stuff too, so it's probably that. Yeah. So for the cool thing is though, for some reason, uh, when I got this game, it made me use the low preset, and I'm just like, you know what, that's fine. I mean, the game. I mean, really, look at this game looks just as good as it does on the consoles, with the exception of a few things. Like, for example, if I type in TVO, I get the volumetric lighting. That I don't like that. I really don't like volumetric lighting on Skyrim. So I hit it again, and I don't have a few other settings. I find that taking the volumetric lighting off to me makes nighttime feel more realistic. It's not as I mean, it's still like overly bright because it's a game you have to see, even though it'd be like realistically it'd be pitch black aside from the starlight and moonlight. So yeah, but I'm not gonna play a game where I can't see what's 2 feet in front of me, and then it's like, even if a little skeever ain't gonna do nothing, it's like, I want to just walk 2 feet and be like whack. So yeah, there's that. I really like this area and this part of the map. Like, it's just, I love the snowy biomes with the trees kind of just chilling there, and then the water, like, it just, it's like kind of calming in a way. Like, it's kind of funny. Me, the guy who plays, Doom and fast-paced shooters, and then also wants to just play Skyrim for some reason out of nowhere. Okay, to actually put a ton of hours into this game on and offline. I don't have all my hours checked, but I know I've put well over across all platforms. Like, I feel like I've put like 1,500 hours easily into this game on just every platform combined. It's such a phenomenal game. I don't consider it to be an RPG, as it lacks core features that RPGs should have. But as an action adventure game, when you look at it for what it really is, it's a fantastic game, and
Looks like you had no trouble.
you don't really have any consequences for your choices. You don't have any of that. You seem to just get to do what you want to do.
No trouble.
I mean, it's more of a sandbox than it really is a role playing game as I see it.
The effects have already
It's more akin to like GTA 5,
on time.
where it's got light RPG elements in a single player, like action adventure based game. Like, GTA focuses more obviously on like the like action movie, action hero stuff and whatnot. And yeah, I'm talking over dialogue and stuff because if anybody knows anything about games, they've played Skyrim dozens and dozens and dozens of times. They don't need me telling you or showing you the same quest you've already done 50 times over. And if you wanted to see a walkthrough or a let's play of a game, then by all means, I'm open to suggestions. It's just what I'm making now with my own, like, because I don't have the viewers to say, hey, make this video, make that video. I mean, if somebody wanted to say, make this video, make that video, whatever those ideas would be, I'm all open to suggestions. Suggestions is what I'm kind of striving to get people to want to put suggestions in. I make a video for stuff they like to see. But I'm not gonna be that one channel that just sticks with one game or two games. I mean, that's just never been what I've been about. I've been about just, what I feel like playing in the moment. I'll make videos on that, and they'll just tend to be raw recordings of me, just going off BSing in the wind and sort of talking about what I think about things and how I feel about about the game I'm playing, the certain situation I'm putting myself in, and oh wow, we finally get to have combat after all this time. Let's see. Cool. Wasted an arrow. Where my low settings really hit me, and they hit me hard, is the distance that I can like attack from with a bow and stuff. So I do have to get a little closer than probably than the console ports I own. of this game, but you know, it's like I'm not worried too bad with that. Trying to dial in my. It's kind of funny. I for some reason I think I mentioned this in my Doom video, but I have a habit of like when stuff gets like tight and I need to just be like focusing, I just shut up and cut my sentences off. Kind of like if I was. This goes to show how immersive of an environment Skyrim is. You know, this many years later. It's 2020 as of this video, and the game coming out in 2012. Oh wow, I'm taking some frame hits. As you can see in the counter above, I don't try to hide what my computer can run games at. I think it's honestly, it's all the effects. And then boom, we're back to 60, 57. It's funny. I remember watching Digital Foundry, and he was talking about, before I should just say it was John Linneman's a really cool dude. I love watching him, and he looks down. He said he used to look down on the ground at his computer games back in the day because he thought, or not because he thought, but he knew that the games would run a lot better. I mean, and he wasn't wrong. Why are... Surely this waterfish ain't gonna come follow me here. If I haven't done that quest, I do need those death bells. Make a save here. This mission can be an absolute pain if I remember correctly. Mostly because of just how quick in succession you gotta fight people. Black. So I'm definitely gonna have to fight these guys coming out, I believe, unless they die. I don't remember if they do or not. I want to see if you actually get that slaughter fish. Yeah, I thought he would have killed him already. Well, he killed one, so. Yeah. Actually, I wonder if it'd be smarter to just overwrite my save here right before I enter, and that way I can treat the situation. Well, actually, this isn't even where I need to save anyway. I just wasted time. I was just pointless wasting your time, and I apologize for that.
Yes?
Okay.
Yes?
Okay. They have nothing for me. No. Apparently I'm supposed to go down. I think I'm supposed to go like around or open door. No.
Yes?
So I did say I was playing a heavily modified copy of Skyrim, which I am, and you can tell by my bow, it's just a reskinned black bow or glass bow. So I was playing Oblivion, and they had the black bows, and I somehow thought I'd bring that up and say something about that. No, I have the glass bow, but it's called Fire Glass. I don't know if it's more powerful or they have like armor sets and stuff that turn heavy and light in the glass thing. So shut that door. So this is where I actually needed to say. Yeah. Well, this game doesn't. They don't get on you for using a weapon out. So I think I'm good.
My brother told me you were coming. I'm supposed to give you what you've earned. Ha! I'm afraid the loot's already been moved. You've been useful to the Black Bloods, though. You've earned a quick death. Come here.
You're this close and you ruin your first shot. I'm gonna die. And I'm gonna... Yeah. And that's why I say it, because I have no choice. I mean,
My brother told me
Missed that
you were
first shot, and I feel like that's it.
I'm a good as dead.
There we go. Take him out while I'm at it. Actually, fighting in this room is a lot better because you get moves as I get stuck on a piece of wood. Abuse the there you go. Okay. Nope. Stop. Nope, ain't happening. Those axe guys are really take me down. What did just levitated right there? I'm gonna get hit. Okay. Here's where making it out of here is gonna be a pain. Oh, nope, you're done. Okay, I think that is all of them. You can see I don't really need. I mean, I'll take the gold, but I really don't need it. I don't know why. The reskins I have on some of these weapons are really nice. Oh, he equipped my arrows because they were better than his. That's kind of funny. I'm not gonna take any lesser arrows. Although, empty, yeah, I figured. So what we do is wait, save, and let's move on. Figured I'd just do a whole complete quest, a whole quest, whatnot. So that guy was right there. So I can still wait and yeah, basically secure the fact that I got my health back. I should be in sneak mode for the rest of them. I don't know. There was a guy. I should test this. Let's see if he fights me. Yup. That was gonna happen. So yeah, there's that. Never remembered this mission as being something like memorable. It was kind of probably just one of those like really easy to do side quest. See if I can use the darkness to my advantage with this next shot. Frick. No, he's gonna know. And nope. I honestly thought that shot was gonna make him notice me. Oh, he had gold too. Give me that. Let's see, where are we going? Where are we going? I believe that upstairs definitely had some people. Yeah. Here's where I'm gonna save because there's some dudes that's about to be coming out at me here. But if I'm in sneak, maybe I can avoid them. They're still distracted by that like this guy, for example. Oh, no. Actually, here's what I want to do. I want to go around the back and see if I can get an angle at him. Because not getting spotted is definitely something that should be achieved. Ooh, lovely. I still feel like there's some guys out here that I'm gonna walk past. Oh, well, I mean, I guess it is stealing since they're stealing all the stuff. There was literally like 4 people out here. Where did they go? Yeah, Enemies are nearby. Are they swimming? Man. No, they're just, they're vibing. Oh, well, yeah. Looks like he ate my arrow pretty good. Like, are they on this whole little, like, island? Like, I really don't know who this is. Enemies? Oh, I guess they're gone. They're gone. Wait, is that a guy right there? No, that's the ship. I saw the wheel right there at the helm. Oh yeah, these guys are gone. There's only that one dude out there, but what was odd was his little cronies are chilling up here. Yeah, that's that's it. They're gone. I guess we can just. I think Slaughterfish is still around, is what's happening. And maybe they got killed by the Slaughterfish. That'd actually be pretty funny. What? I genuinely want to know if those are Slaughterfish. I had to ask. I genuinely had to ask. That's funny, there's the arrows that these guys are firing upon them. I noticed some, maybe this gets boring, and this isn't my intention, but when I play Skyrim, I tend to walk everywhere. I just find that, you know, getting encounters that up my skills is better for me. I just like getting my stats up quicker, even if it takes longer to get the objective done, because objectively it's just a superior method to play as far as I see it. Now, if it's not fun, I'm not like, obviously don't play that way, that's not what I'm getting at, but I'm just saying as far as I see it, like, what'll get my stats up quicker is what I'm gonna do. Don't think there's any enemies around here. Because I did recently clear out the random encounter. Man, it's funny how great this game can look, and then also at the same time, it's kind of funny. You see how just low res these textures are, but then it's like from like as an overall environment, it just soaks you in. Like you feel like I'm in a forest, I'm in this field with plants. They got like the hues and color tones and what like all the stuff is just right. Although I'm very biased towards Oblivion. If I ever make Oblivion-based videos, which, let's be honest, if I do, it'll probably not be that long of a video because the basic, I mean, it's an easy fix, but it's kind of fun. My settings always, for some reason, in both Morrowind and Oblivion, Skyrim, they never. The only thing I've ever had to redo is my resolution will like un 1080p itself. It's stupid. It'll like put me in like 720p or something, and when you have a 16:9 widescreen monitor, it's not the most ideal thing to have. But I will say there's a thing where I want to at some point, and I don't know when that point will be, but there's a CRT monitor like craze going on where CRT monitors are actually the superior way to play games. Believe it or not, those fat, chunky, they have to be PC monitors. You can't use TVs. TVs will not get the results you want. You want the monitors. The monitors have extremely high refresh rates, and the game you play, like I could play Skyrim on a CRT if I felt like it, and it would just look stunning. The way that it, because there's a thing that with the way that flat panels are lit, the CRTs just do a better job of putting the image out to you, and instead of like you feeling like, oh well, I got certain spots on the monitor that tend to feel brighter than others, because that's true. You either like you either have backlit or edgelit panels, and so yeah, there's that. Not trying to ramble too much, but yeah. Actually, why did I just go back to Solitude? Don't I still have it's in my inventory. I have the location of the treasure. Broken or grotto, yeah. I don't know why it's a habit I have of just going back to the place. Well, I just unnecessarily made this video longer. What the hell was that creature? I've never seen it. It must have been something from there's a mod I do have. It's the Beyond Skyrim Bruma. I think that's the one it is. It lets you go to Cyrodiil from the south border, I believe. If I check, I can show you exactly where it's at. But I'm is it here? No, no, it's here. So Pale Pass. Yeah, you gotta kind of go up this road, and I have a mod that gives you all the roadways. It's really neat, and then I have the one that gives you the colored. I think this is the same mod. This one's like packaged together. You get the different, map icons and whatnot. Probably one of the best, if not the best mod I've downloaded, aside from the unofficial patch, which is pretty much everybody's best mod when you really think about it. Broken or grotto, like. Shadow green. Okay, so what I can do is kind of pull sort of like a U right there. That was a genuine waste of time. Oh yeah, and you can see, man, like, dang, the sun in this game, like the way they, it's kind of funny because from what I know is this engine doesn't really do lighting like every other game. It actually uses kind of like pseudo lighting. It's kind of weird how that works, and you'll tell that whenever you go into an interior. That's why when the horrendous, absolutely horrendous Fallout 76, you're in that one building and there's like had a bunch of white and black like texture mapped walls and floors or whatever, and it just the lighting felt really bad because this you don't really have real lighting. It's kind of like it's weird to explain how it works in this particular engine. Like it's lighting. I mean, like, yeah, it lights up the area, like, this chunk right here. How it's, the shadows and stuff. But I don't know how they do it. It's definitely, not as archaic as Doom, where they had the brightness of the slime on the first E1M1, like full brightness. But then you go and see the other textures are darker because that's just the way they designed it. Very ingenious for the limited technology, but extremely advanced for their time technology that they had. One thing I always find really interesting is how games are made. I tend to go off into tangents about how games are made because I kind of find that really interesting. Find it fun to talk about, discuss, kind of vibe on. I don't know, there's just a lot that you can do with kind of like the interesting nature of game development that's not really discussed because most people just buy the game, play the game, have their experience, move on, buy the next game that they think is going to be great. And one game in particular, especially, I mean, it's going to be no surprise, but as a Doom head, Doom Eternal is definitely going to be the game for me this year. And then RPG wise, of course, it's going to go like, I feel like if you're going to have like game of the years, I feel like it's almost going to be impossible to choose between Doom Eternal and Cyberpunk. Like it just feels like the way that those games are like shown off, if they play anything like the way it feels, when you see those games and how well made they look, I just bump my mouse and what the if those games end up being the killer apps, they most likely will be. I mean, it's almost an inevitable win for those two titles. For, you know, role playing for Cyberpunk, FPS for Doom. I mean, they're going to be the best games in their genre easily, unless some other developer pulls a miracle out of thin air and comes up with a game we didn't even hear announced. Sorry, I had to drink something because my mouth is getting extremely dry. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a ton of enemies here. So, while I'm in this interior cell, I'm gonna make a save. Oh, well, he's dead. He's also dead. Okay. So I have two methods of getting around this place. Sneak mode for one. Is it C? Ah, dang, I forget. It's the no, it's Alt. That's what I was looking for. I have that ability. I've obviously been here before earlier than I should have. I remember this being one of the toughest sort of locations to play through back on the PlayStation 4 because I didn't have such a high sneak. I didn't really know about how to get your skills up that quick. I was learning Skyrim on that version of the game. I tried the game out on the PlayStation 3. I'm glad I never finished the game on there because playing a game on the PS3, which everybody knows is horrendous. The frame rates are in the low 20s, hitting 15s at times, depending on what you're playing. It's not a good look. I mean, it depends on the game. Like, you play Call of Duty, you're running off of a modified id engine, and id software knows how to build game engines, and so when you play an id tech-based game, my goodness, those games run fantastic. Like 60 frames, almost every Call of Duty ran at 60 frames. The good ones.
Is someone there?
What am I doing? Get out of sneak. Nope. There we go.
I may still show mercy.
There you go. What do you have on him? Is that an iron dagger? Okay, so take my stuff back. Those weigh like absolutely nothing, so yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. So what I like to do is whenever I start to I would bump that. Whenever I start to do enchanting, just looking for whenever I start to do enchanting, I'd like to use some of these rings and necklaces. Well, I could not get that thought out. That was terrible. I like to basically make stuff to sell. Why is that bow? The lighting effect they use makes it look like that bow was enchanted for 2 seconds. Chest is empty. Yeah. I think there's like there's a big one here. Ice runner. Conjuration. They both look. That honestly all looks useful. I see nothing in there that I wouldn't want. That great sword is gonna be fun though. I think I did start with two-handed, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check after I make a save because I don't want to have to do all this trekking again. Let's see. I do have. Wait, did this? I leveled up and didn't even realize it. So, I don't know. Do I want stamina or do I want magicka? Because I don't know if I actually need to do magic-based stuff anytime soon. Because this is a save I do plan on, like, some point in time maxing out every skill to 100. Having a way bigger pool than 280, but that's with a boost. I don't know what's boosting it. Hell if I know type of situation. I think I'm just going to boost my stamina. Get that little bit of extra carry weight, because when it comes to dungeon crawling and I get gear like that, and I didn't even use my perk. That was dumb. I got 2 perks. That's another mod. It's like every other level I actually get a 2 perks instead of 1, because it's just so it's modded, so you know, have fun with the mods as far as I see it. My bows do the full damage. I don't have bullseye unlocked, and I think it's because I don't have 100 in that skill. That's fair enough. Is my sneak maxed out? I really don't know what I was gonna level up. I'll just level up Shadow Warrior. Yeah, definitely need to play some of that on a video. That's definitely a game I need to play. Shadow Warrior, the good one, the original, not the reboots. I wouldn't say those reboots are bad, but I do know that a lot of people can be turned off by the new Lil Wayne. And yes, that is his actual name, Lil Wayne. I think I did. I have no clue what path I'm taking. I think this is still the high road. It looks like it to me. I don't know. I mean, I've always felt like this path was the longest, or the shortest route, and that one was the longest, and then... Yeah, what the... That popping though. Yeah, that's my low settings coming into play. Alright, gotta love games where jumping into water doesn't count as fall damage. Amazing how many games actually do count that as fall damage. Okay, so I think that's the mission complete, right? Like if I go to my map, my journal. Yeah. And with that, I'm gonna make a save and end this video off. It's a really long one, probably my longest video. I didn't intend for the video to go this long. I thought this was a way quicker quest, and then my idiot self went to Solitude, and yeah. So aside from easily avoidable mistakes that I made, that's a video. And I hope that each and every one of you that decides to stumble upon my channel and watch this video have yourself a good one. I'll see you in the next one.